Cousin Love here. I'm here all the way from the LA, Los Angeles to the ATL. What's up? So, it's so good to see my cousin. I haven't seen. How's it been a year?
It's so good to see you.
It's been a year.
It's been a year.
Has it been a year? No,
I feel like
it's
it's
been a
been-
year. It's been a couple of months.
Has it been 6 months?
Couple months. Couple months.
Couple months? Okay.
Couple months.
It feels like
So-
forever.
Forever. Okay, so my cousin made up something called Sheros, and what a Shero means to me, she asked me, and you have to go look at my video in order to see what a Shero means to me. But for her, we need to know, what is a Shero?
So funny. Oh my gosh. Well, a Shero to me means a Shero is a woman who stands against all odds.
Mm-hmm.
She gets back up, and she gets up with grace. She speaks with grace. She walks with grace. She talks with grace. But the most important thing is she knows how to stand for what's right.
Mm-hmm.
And she's, she will, be all that she can be for her family,
Mm-hmm.
for herself.
Mm-hmm.
And a Shero is, a woman hero.
What are some of the things that you feel like you've done in life to help you to be all you can be for yourself?
For myself?
Yes.
I think the biggest thing that I've done is to help myself know.
Mm-hmm.
So put myself in a position to have to wait and learn, like discipline myself.
Mm-hmm.
That's been the biggest things, because it's easy to indulge, and I'm not perfect by no means, but being able to say no to relationships that I've wanted, or being able to say no to opportunities I wanted, I think that's the biggest thing that's helped me, and that's done anything for my life worth pushing me into the presence of the Lord.
Yeah, and like, as far as like your journey, like, is it anything that you feel like you could tell young women out there, that maybe something you think that you could change, or you would have changed? Because there's a lot of young women around,
right.
like, watching, all around the world. And do you think that there's something that you would want to put more light on, as, being this, like, this new woman, this graceful woman, like, walking with class, because, we haven't always been, together or put together, or we all haven't always known what a Shero was. We just
Right.
knew our mamas, and we knew, like,
Right.
what our moms had, how they raised us and what we were supposed to do. But as far as you being a young mother and you taking care of your two children the way that you take care of your two children, what type of advice can you give to young women out there?
Oh, wow. You're a great interviewer. Oh, man. The advice that I would give to young women out there is to put God first, but to also close doors. There's a scripture that Jesus talks about when he says that the enemy has nothing in me.
Mm-hmm.
He has nothing in common with the enemy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that's been a big revelation in my life, is that we can have doors. Like, we wonder why we go back into cycles. And it's because like, we have these doors that we have left open, of roots of bitterness and unforgiveness. And when we don't deal with those things, if something happens, it flares up, but it flares up worse than it was the last time, because it's an old wound that never was dealt with. So, like, allowing the Holy Spirit to wash and cleanse, and in prayer and focus, and then reconditioning the mind through habits. Like, if I feel depressed, if I feel like I'm down, like, I'll do everything I can. It might seem odd to somebody. I will literally take off running and go and be like, I'll be back. I'm going on a run. Or I'll go expedite a situation by showing love or doing something opposite of what I feel to counteract that, and say, you know what, I'm not doing what I normally would do, because I know that it counteracts the attack that I'm under. So if I'm feeling sad, I'm gonna do something joyful
to change it.
Change it.
Yeah, and that's good to know, because it's a lot of times that we, as women, as myself, going through things that I've been through, like the devil likes to talk. He likes to get in your mind. He likes to tell you what you can't do. And
right.
How do you fight those voices?
Those voices. A lot of times I worship. We are worshiping women. We are praying women.
Yeah.
A lot of times I worship. I pray. I talk back. That's been a new one. Is I'll talk back to the enemy.
Yeah.
I literally ask him, who is he? Who?
Yeah.
I'll say, do you believe Jesus died on the cross for my sins and that he rose from the dead 3 days? The devil don't want to hear no word. He doesn't want to hear you talking back. He doesn't want to hear any of that. So a lot of times I'll talk back to the enemy and I'll shut him down. I rebuke him, cast him out, play the worship music. I'll start praising the Lord. I'll do drastic things because my mind is very precious to my assignment in life. Yeah. So to protect my peace and to keep it whole, that's something that I like. Those are some of my tactics.
That you do. Yeah. So, I mean, what goals do you have set out for 2020? Because, we're talking about this 2020 vision and how, things are going to start to manifest in our lives. So what is it that you want to manifest in your life for 2020? Like, what do you want to see happen? That if you look back at this interview and you say, let me look at this for encouragement, what would you like to see transpire?
Oh, well, the things that I would like to see transpire, like I'm believing God for accomplishments with my schooling. I'm in an interesting place right now, so I'm believing God for that in my education, and then I'm also believing God for I know that God is establishing me, but there's certain areas in my life I'm believing God to be debt free.
Amen.
Like,
oh, me too. I'm believing God for the same thing. Yes, touch and agree.
Touch and agree.
I need that. I need that.
I believe I have to. I'm believing God, even what you shared in your video, in your interview about your credit score, and I'm believing God for that too. And I'm starting to see this tumble effect. Like God do things there. So consistency. I'm believing God for consistency. Yes. It's been a year since I've been involved in things I shouldn't be involved in. Okay. We being real, right?
Yeah, we being real.
So
yes.
Like I'm thanking God for that. God has been keeping me, and I'm just believing that He will sustain and He will continue to keep and that I'll be consistent. And I'm believing God for my children academically. I'm believing to see my daughter on the honor roll. Yes, okay. That's just something I really want for her. And then my personal life, the Lord knows. Yeah, I'm believing God for that.
But healthy. Share those personal things, right? Because somebody could be wanting the same thing, and they will follow your journey. And when they follow your journey, it might, encourage them to do something about their journey, and you never know. Like, so those personal things, the deepest things, I feel like when you have a channel or when you're talking to someone or you interview, I feel like everything should be laid out on the table, because who's to judge? Who's here? But God is here, and everything that we want in life we can have. Right. Whether it be, I need you to speak that man into existence. I need you to speak that man into existence. I do, because I believe that there's a man that God has for you out there, and He's coming, and when He comes, he's coming full force. And,
Amen.
And you ain't gonna be able to stop Him. Sometimes we stop Him, but you ain't gonna be able to stop Him yourself. You're gonna need a whole army for that, for this man that's coming. So I need you to want it for yourself and speak that for yourself, because
you see how encouraging she is. She's always on me. Like, she don't let me get away with nothing. She don't let me say anything.
I mean, that's a goal too. It is a goal
to speak better, to be more healthy in our personal dialogue, and I appreciate that. Yeah. So I believe God for my man of God. Yes. As God is creating, there's some stuff in me I still need to get straight out, which is good, because I'm actually kind of liking this process of just learning what I really like and what I don't like. As in my testimony, being in a relationship where I was involved with a man of God that I thought, you know,
Yes,
all that
yeah.
stuff and the abuse and the different things that I went through. You
Mhm.
definitely learn what you don't like.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Real quick.
And I was like, oh, Father.
Yeah.
But coming and understanding what I do like and who I am,
Mhm.
that journey,
Mhm.
I thank God for that. So I'm believing
Mhm.
for more of that.
Yeah.
More of that.
More of the
too.
journey. And you have it. And everything, I just know like you can be very successful. And,
Lord,
you know,
yeah.
the way you encouraged me today to, you know, get out and do these things, you know, and put myself out there, which I don't put because for me, it's so humbling for me. But as for you, I say to just keep shining, keep
Glory.
going about what you got going on because you have a lot going on. We have children and we have a choice too. Just like fathers have
Right.
a choice, as mothers, we have a choice.
Right.
And we have a choice to stay or we
Mhm.
have a choice to leave. And as mothers, we chose that obligation to stay because
Right.
this is what we made and this is our legacy that we made. And for that, you are a Shero. You know, for that.
She done
know,
interjected.
No,
Look
no,
at her. Look at her.
No,
She
no, I'm
said
just
she did
saying,
that.
no.
You better go ahead and do this interview, girl.
No.
You better
For that, it gives you the Medal of Honor. Like I would give my mother the Medal of Honor or your mother the Medal of Honor because of the fact that you are taking on this heavy load. There's a lot of people out there in the world that have children and don't take care of their children. They have children but don't get up and go to work. They have children but rather have a handout, whereas we don't have a handout. We're still trying to work, get an education, take our kids to daycare,
Father,
plus feed them, plus bathe them, plus all on our own. And that's a Shero. That's a Shero. So anything else that comes into our life is added. It's going to be an addition.
Amen.
Because if it's not equal enough to something, it's nothing. That's what you asked me in my video.
Right.
Do you feel like you were equally yoked? And no, I don't feel like I was equally yoked because of the fact that my mind space when I have $1 in my pocket is to trust in God that another $1 is going to be right around the corner waiting for me, or go gather up some pennies and make $1.
Right.
You know, another person's mindset can be like, oh, I just want to kill myself. That's not equally yoked.
It's not equally
It's
yoked.
not equally
That
yoked.
pattern is not equally yoked.
It's not going to work. So we're strong women.
Oh my.
We're Shero. We make nothing into something. Like, and so that's what I look into you and I see, and I just know that 2020 is going to be a good year for you. I can't wait to see what God has in store for you just from the day you came to my house and from now. Like I just see a big. You didn't know. You was like, where's my direction? Like, you know, like it's when you go back, you find it.
Yes,
and it's taking some time, but we busy. We got things to do. We got stuff to take care of, and that's a blessing to just have something to do.
Oh my gosh, we about to prophesy this 2020. We about to prophesy magnificence.
So
explorations.
You know,
this is so good.
2020 for all the women out there. You know, if you feel that you are a Shero and you have a Shero story, I'm hoping that in 2020 we can have a banquet. That's what I want for 2020. I want women to come from all over, you know, all over, and just have a time to speak and share their story, and to know that there's other women out there that's been abused, molested, just everything you could imagine. Have babies, baby daddy ain't acting right, he tripping, he going crazy, this and this and that. We're here to not judge, because that's not what we're here for. Everyone is every woman is a Shero.
Right. Every
woman getting out of that bed after everything you've been through. You a Shero.
Yes, you are.
Shero.
Yes, you are. I like that. I love that. I absolutely love this. I mean, everything she's saying, because it's so true. It takes a lot just to decide to get out of the bed and keep going. Yeah. And it takes a lot to just decide, you know, I'm going to take care of my responsibilities. I'm going to be mature and do what I need to do. Yeah. And then still sow and give and serve at the same time. And I believe that there's a blessing in that. I believe that God honors our efforts. Like when you just put an effort, He honors it. Yeah. So I just thank you for that.
Yeah, no, everything that you've done, you know, is not short of what is coming. and like you told me, like I often get upset because I see it so much in other people's lives, but for my life I'll be like, okay, God,
right,
I'm on a roller coaster and it's dipping down. Where do I go? And I go out right. I'm like, my eyes is closed, Lord. I don't know what to do. I just start like,
right.
you know, and then he just work it out. He works it out, and
yes, he does.
I'm grateful for this moment.
Oh my gosh,
so
I am too.
Like,
Don't get me
and
started.
I just know that we have a lot to do now.
We do.
I've never seen a woman more about their business than my cousin, because I swear I tell all these people where I'm from, like, I want to start a YouTube channel, I want to buy this, I want to get this equipment, I want to do this, and oftentimes I hear people say, like, you don't even need all that stuff. Like, you do need to invest in what you know is going to get you going. But you pushed me tonight.
You deserve the best.
You really literally pushed me, and I appreciate it.
Oh my God.
I thank you, and we got more to come combined together to come out here and talk to you guys, and you guys talk to us, and this will become a thing.
It really will, and she don't know she's starting something even in me and in my faith.
Yeah.
You started something in my faith.
Yeah, it's just
you starting something.
You started something in my faith.
Starting something over here.
Girl.
You started something over here. You started something over here.
It's all you. So
it's the look.
Thank you guys for thank you for allowing me to interview you and ask you some of the questions that I want to know. And also, I also wanted to ask a question. My question would be to you, how, if you can tell someone else, like, how do, I think I kind of asked the question already, but just, what do you do to keep your faith?
Oh, you know, the biggest thing I do to keep my faith is, I almost said I don't put myself in a position for it to be easy. No, that's every day. No,
we don't know. We don't know. We don't know. Yeah.
I think the biggest thing I do is, like, I just talk to the Lord every single day, every single moment. Like, I make it my business, like, in my day. Like, some people say, oh, I'm talking to myself. But I'm literally talking to the Lord. When I get upset, when I get mad in the morning, I mean, the biggest thing that helps me keep my faith, you know, is just, you know, when I look at where he brought me from and how I could have died and all these different things. Like,
all that.
Yeah. When I get discouraged, the Lord will always show me somebody else, or have somebody walk past me who's going through worse. Yeah. Like, every single time I try to feel sorry for myself, and I be trying, y'all. Yeah. I mean, it's somebody else worse. I be like,
I think for me, I write. I have to write. Yes. I have to, cause sometimes I like you said, talking to yourself. You're talking to yourself, but you're talking to God. You're trying to talk to God, and sometimes I be like, I'm not loud enough. I need to write this stuff down on this paper, because He gonna read this today.
He gonna read this,
and that's
right
how
now.
I be feeling. Like, once I write and I get it out, it just all comes afloat, and I just.
Cause she got some books to release
want to do more.
She got some books.
Yeah.
Locked up in
long run. Maybe 2025.
Maybe before the end of this year.
You think? Well, guys, I had fun. Thank you for everything. And I love you too.
Thank you. I love you.
And
oh my goodness.
Oh
my gosh, my cousin, y'all. I do not like it when she got to go.
But I do kind of catch a flight tomorrow. So you guys be safe, be easy.
My cousin, y'all. She's so special. She's a beautiful mother.
But you gotta go to my video to watch my problems and all that stuff.
And check out her YouTube page. She's getting ready to launch her YouTube channel. She's preparing. So keep her in prayers. Keep both of us in your prayers,
please.
And as she's getting ready to launch that, you know, you can see some of her old videos of things she went through, and the turnaround that's coming.
Oh, you're gonna be amazing. Like, this girl was
when you listen to her story about where she went through and now where she's at and what God's blessed her with, it's gonna bless you, and you're gonna feel like, oh man, I can make it too. Yeah, that's the point. Yeah, you can make it too.
Series of divorce and getting better and climbing up the ladder, and life after divorce, life after trial, life after hurt, life after failures, life after not living on God's terms. Wow. Just stay with us.
Right. Stay with us. Walk with us in this journey.
You guys have a blessed night.
Yes, thank you. subscribe below. Did you hit that notification button yet?